Hello, everyone. I hope you're all doing good. I hope you had a great week. I can't believe it's the last composer report. This semester went so fast, but I'm super excited for school to be over, and obviously, I'm very excited about graduation, really looking forward to it. But what I've been up to this week has been basically the same, just work and school. Um, so yeah, just trying to like stay on top of my game when it comes to school and like just balance my time, which I think like now I really got a handle of it. But hopefully it stays like for the next 2 weeks for finals. So we'll see how that goes. But I'm gonna start the composer report, and the composer I decided to analyze for this week is Missy Mazzoli, and she's an American composer and pianist, and she's also a TV and film composer. Um, so Mazzoli was born in Alvington, Pennsylvania in 1980. She attended Boston University, where she studied theory and composition. Later, she studied at the Royal Conservatory of the Hague, and then she attended Yale School of Music to study composition. And so, as you can see, that she's very, very educated in the sense of, theory and composition. Um, so I think that has really allowed her to experiment and just like grow her own style and kind of find her own voice within her music. Um, Throughout her career, there's a few things that, like a few of the things that she has done include being the composer in residency, and actually, she was also the executive director of the MATA Festival of Music, which takes place in New York City. And, you know, she's kind of like, she's known because she has a very sophisticated sense of form. And what I mean by that is that I don't know, like there's texture and stuff like that, all the elements, contrast and stuff like that. They're really present in her work, and I feel like that's what really makes her stand out. And another way that a lot of people like to describe her music is harmonic tension and resolution. So the best way that I can describe this and the way that I really like vision it and understand it in my head is kind of like electronic music, which is you have that buildup of sound and like this clutter and it all like starts going up, right? And then like you have that release. That's kind of what it is. I'm not I really did not expect to really hear like electronic music and that level of like, tension, but there is tension within her work, which I think is like what people really know her for. And all of her work, follows the same, you know, theme, I guess, and style. And she has done works for orchestra. She has done small ensembles. She's a soloist as well, and she has done the dramatic stage. And also going back a little bit to the electronic, I feel like this one kind of like a little bit confirmed like my way of visualizing it. But she has her own electroacoustic chamber group, and it's called Victor. And I think like obviously it's acoustic, so I feel like it's very traditional and very classical, but like that electro, it's what it could be not even in the sound itself, maybe just the structure. So that's what really got me interested in her work. And she has received many awards. I started visiting her website just to learn a little bit more about her, and she has been awarded many grants, including the American Music Center Composers Assistant Grant, the Jerome Foundation Composers Commission and Program Grant, and she has won 4 ASCAP Young Composer Awards from the years 2007 and 10, and I'm pretty sure she has one more now. And upon visiting her website, I also found out that she has been nominated for Grammys. So you can see how her work is being really appreciated and acknowledged by the music industry. And I don't know, I was really like after reading and visiting her website, I was really excited, which takes me to the piece that I'm gonna analyze. So the piece that I'm gonna analyze, I found while scrolling to her website because she has a lot of her music there and it's available. And what I liked was the idea that you can see, um, like that you just listen to the music in a sense. Like there's no visual. Like sometimes I know that really plays a big impact on me. So I really enjoy that. So I'll obviously link it on the discussion board. But this is a concerto for contrabass or violin and string orchestra, which is something I really like just because she's very straightforward with how like she really likes her music to sound or how she imagines it or how it can make it can work, right, in different environments. Um, to be completely honest, one of the main reasons why I chose this piece was because of the name of the song, "Dark with Excessive Bright." I don't know, it just caught my attention. Like there's like kind of like two extremes, right? Like darkness and brightness. So I really like that, and that really intrigued me to listen what she did with that. And I just want to like kind of like preface by saying that this is kind of like this is my interpretation and of the sound and the music, and I'm kind of basing it off that title as well. So throughout the piece, there is this sense of like darkness. It's very open, and there's not like a steady beat. Rather, like the tempo fluctuates, like it speeds up and slows down. There's like crescendos and decrescendos, but also there's little accents here and there with the violin, which I felt that that's what was signifying the excessive brightness from the title. And there it also gives it that really classical and traditional sound, and like it was just creating this contrast with the dark tone of like the background. So I guess like the darkness is like kind of like the main track, and then like the accents will be the excessive brightness, which is the violin. And there with the violin there's like this constant high pitched sound throughout, which is what makes it feel like light. And I guess like as a visual person, the way I could describe this, it could be like kind of like the galaxy in a sense, like you have, or the universe, where it's like dark space and then like there's a few stars here and there, right? So like little accents, but there's like this galaxy where it's super bright, or like a star or something. That's kind of like the visual that I was getting, very abstract. And I'm almost sure that or I don't know if this is why, but in my head after reading that she has on TV and film, it really felt like this song could really be played like for TV or film or something just visual. There's like this collection of sounds, and like they will be crumbled together, and then like they will be released. And as I was listening to it, like I was just imagining like a horror movie where kind of like I know we all seen like, or like the classic scary movies where there's like the main character and she's like in the dark, or he's in the dark, and you kind of see like the monster or whatever it is like moves, and then like the camera shifts, and it's like those like little like tension moments that like come really fast and then they release. And that's how it felt. Like that's it happened like 3 times, and like it wasn't scary, but like that's like the imagery that really reminded me of. And overall it feels very classical but also very cinematic. And what I mean by cinematic is it feels open, and like I said, it feels like it could be part of like a TV show or film or something. And what I really enjoyed about this piece is that it really shows her style, just because again, like I mentioned, with like the cluster of sounds, which is like the harmonic tension, and then it being released, it was just like I was just very happy. And it actually did intrigue me to like listen to more of her work, just to see if like she can, obviously if that's what she's known for, she has done it, but I just want to see how she does it like differently in each of her songs. So yeah, definitely gonna check out more of her work in the near future. But with that, I'll go on with my thoughts about her. So personally, I feel like she was a great composer to end, just because it feels traditional, and but also it feels very contemporary. And I don't know, it just feels like it's like capturing like newer aspects of music, which like it's like film and television. And I know it. This is kind of like the overall theme that like I started to notice, or at least the way I interpreted throughout the class, was that music was becoming more visual. So I feel like now, like she working in the film, kind of like brings it all together for me and my experience with this course and all the composers that I've analyzed throughout the semester. And like I said, I feel like visuals is kind of like we're diving into, and like how you create visuals without actually being visuals, which it sounds odd, but they've done it and I really enjoyed it. And I think like she's like part of that movement, and like I don't know, it reminds me of like I think like also because she found her voice, you know, she studied, she went to universities, and she got like, you know, she studied composition and stuff like that. So I like the fact that she has that theory and like that traditional knowledge in classical music, but now she's expanding. She's going forward, and I'm really looking forward. She's a very young composer, so I'm really looking forward to like see what it is that's next. You know, like we might be looking at the next great American composer. Who knows? So I'm just really excited to stay tuned with like what her work is. And um, yes, I just want to finish off by saying that I've concluded, and most of us, all of us, have concluded our 9 composer reports, which I think it's very crazy. Again, it went super fast. But on that note, I will leave you, and I'll see you on our next and last video of the semester. Take care. Bye.